Hello again. Welcome back to Make Me Believe, the podcast where I try to convince my wife, Kaylyn, say hello.
Hello.
Oh, try to make her believe in the supernatural by telling her a bunch of spooky, scary stories. And so far, I have a little bit of hope.
You should not.
I should not.
You should not.
Oh.
So we know who I am, but nobody has any idea who you are. What's your name?
Oh, hi. I'm Adrian.
Oh, hi, Adrian. It's nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you too.
Okay.
Wait, people. I don't know. It's been a day.
Yeah. We can go with that. So you're trying to make me believe in the supernatural?
Yes, I am.
It's not working out for you.
It's not?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't believe any more than I did on episode 1. And we are now on episode 7.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
So you say, but I feel like there's a sliver.
Mm-mm. And why do you think there's a sliver?
I don't know. Just some of the conversations that we've had made me think that you're starting to. Okay, all right. You can see a little bit of reasoning.
At my core,
At your
absolutely not.
core. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep
I'll
fighting.
have conversations with you in the hypothetical.
The hypothetical.
The hypothetical of it being real.
Yeah, it's one of those. Hypothetically speaking, if there is a ghost in this house, what are we supposed to do? And I'm
You
like,
get the salt and the iron.
there you go. Yeah. But in that scenario, she was scared and being haunted for real.
Really? Of all the people you know in your life, I'm the one who's scared?
Yes. Look, I said in that scenario you were.
I'm sorry. No. The only thing that scares me is the fact that you let that giant cockroach fly at my face. And then your son handed me a nail gun to try to kill it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that scares me.
Yeah. So a little while back,
We had a lot of rain, so
Yeah.
like bugs were getting into everywhere.
oh yeah, and we just got our front door replaced, and that's whenever we found out, hey, the top of that front door is not properly sealed,
Yeah, they had replaced the trim because they screwed up the first time, so they had to replace it.
and they didn't seal it.
Mhm.
And I was home on my lunch break, and I only had like a 30-minute lunch. Or
Yeah,
no,
but you had an hour. But
I had an hour, but I was running out of time.
Yeah.
And so towards the end of that, a huge water bug just
No,
came out.
that was a cockroach.
Was it a cockroach?
The pest control man, because I saved that SOB, said that's a common cockroach.
Okay, my bad. Then this
Mhm.
common cockroach,
Mm-hmm. Commonly dead.
yeah, it was like popping in and out of the trim,
Yeah.
and it was. She's like, "You gotta kill it. You gotta kill it." It's like, I don't have time to kill it.
Yeah. So what did my loving husband do? He left me alone.
I was like, "Peace. I gotta
And
go."
So this was during the school year.
Uh-huh.
And the youngest one was still in public school.
Mhm.
And the oldest one was home with me.
Mhm.
And I was like, screw this. I'm calling the door people because this is absolutely not okay.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm on the phone with the door people and I'm like, I've got to get some sort of chemical to kill this thing. So I am like angry walking through the house.
We have no pest spray, like no Raid, nothing.
We surprisingly did. I think
We did?
bought it when we kind of first moved in, and because we didn't listen to your dad when he told us to get pest control when we first moved in.
Uh-huh.
And so we didn't listen. So we had bugs that were coming into the house because the house had been empty for a long while before we moved in.
Mhm.
So there were bugs in here.
Yeah.
And so we bought that when we first moved in, and it just was up on a shelf
Just
in the garage.
It was just hidden away.
So I'm scouring the garage looking for this, going, if not, I'll get my wasp spray for the window clean. It's dying today.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone with
I am woman, hear me roar.
Yeah, or scream. And then I'm on the phone with the door people, like, you're going to get somebody out here. You're going to redo this door. I'm not an idiot. It's out of square. You didn't seal the trim. Are y'all on cocaine? What's happening?
Yeah.
And so then Jonah, the oldest one, is just kind of standing there watching me like I've lost my mind. Because again, my loving husband left me at home alone with a minor child and a cockroach as big as the house.
He was 13.
I don't care. He's still a minor. Shh, this is ruining the story. So then I get off the phone with them. They're going to send somebody out. Then I'm like, okay, I got to spray this cockroach. So I get the spray, found it. I'm on a stool trying to spray into the top of the door frame.
Mm-hmm.
Spray it. The son of a bitch comes flying out of the top of the trim, flies at my face. I grab something and fling it into the closet door by the front door.
Uh-huh.
It falls to the floor, and I'm like, oh, crap, where'd it go? Where'd it go? The dog's like, what are you doing? The son is like, what are you doing? And I'm like, where's this bug? And then it comes walking towards me on the floor, so I spray the crap out of it. He's trying to climb up the wall in the corner. I'm spraying the crap out of it. This stuff's not working. I'm like, Jonah, get me something heavy. He brings me a nail gun. And I'm like, no, like a shoe. So he brings me your shoe, and I whack the crap out of it. But that bug was as big as my house. Freaking left me alone. Trying to kill me. So much for love. Honeymoon phase over. I don't know how we got on that, but y'all hear the story now. You have it.
There you go. There you go. That's the one of the tales.
Oh yeah, that's what scares me. That's what scares me is bugs. I don't do bugs. I always said that. I said because when I worked in a restaurant, you handle the cockroaches. I ain't doing it because there's cockroaches in a restaurant. Don't even pretend like there's not. If we get robbed, I'll handle that guy. I'm not good. I'm not doing bugs.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not scared of ghosts and goblins and the hoodoo and voodoo of it all.
I'd be terrified of hoodoo and voodoo.
No,
I am terrified of hoodoo and voodoo.
It's real.
Voodoo's not real? Hoodoo's not real?
No.
You don't mess with that stuff.
No, I don't because I don't want to because it's not real.
Okay, sure. So you say, all right, we'll get a witch doctor in here.
Absolutely not.
Oh, why?
Because they're playing with the devil's magic.
And what's the devil's magic called?
Devil worship.
Devil. More specifically, though.
Devil worship.
Devil worship. Okay, all right.
Devil worshiping crazy people.
Okay, all right. So are you ready for our stories today?
I am. How many do you have for me today? Because I'm curious.
I have 3.
Tres.
Yes,
that means 3 in Spanish.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're so welcome. Are they longies?
One is the last one I will tell is a longie.
Okay.
Then I got 2 medium ones.
Okay.
So I had already drafted all of the stories before I talked last week about okay, I'm gonna find stuff that you know what's freaking you out. I substituted one story where you know what it is.
Okay.
The other 2 you kind of don't.
Okay. So I like haunted stories. I think those are great. Haunted houses, things like that. Poltergeists, like real poltergeists.
Real poltergeist.
Yeah, like that one you told where it was just the teenage boy doing it.
It was not just teenage boy doing it.
That was like I guess I want it intense. If I'm hearing a poltergeist story, I want it to be intense.
And then there was blood on the walls.
Yeah.
And it said Kudo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
just find those interesting because I'm always curious about the human interaction of it. What does the human do in this situation?
Okay.
Because I have an idea of what I would do. And I'm curious.
Okay. And now we are starting to get a couple.
Go ahead.
We are starting to get a couple new listeners.
Oh, sweet! Welcome.
Now. And
We love
anybody that wants to submit their own story, feel free to. We now have a Facebook group.
We do. It's so exciting.
Yes, it's Make Me Believe. Just search that on Facebook and send a message.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Do whatever. Go crazy in there. Not too crazy, but just
be respectful.
Yeah, be respectful. Let's bring on the spooks.
Yeah.
You know.
Sure. I do want to say that your sister finally listened to the first 6 episodes.
Oh,
so
yes, she did.
Good job, Alex.
Woo-hoo.
It's not as scary as you thought it, maybe, possibly. She did say that I did not hurt her feelings, so I feel better now because I was really worried.
You really were.
I know.
we would be hanging out. We would just be at the house, just kind of relaxing for the day, and then we'll just be on our phones or watching TV or something. And then Kaylyn would go, I'm still worried that I pissed your sister off.
Yeah, my intention is not to hurt people's feelings. No, but she did. She liked it. She did text us and say that she for sure would have haunted Adrian with a Ouija board. She said she would have gone after him. I'm safe. He's not. She never would have done a seance.
It's a very specific haunting.
Yeah. She never would have done a seance. And then apparently my sister texted you and said she would never mess with a Ouija board and has never messed with a Ouija board.
That is correct.
So
And
Give me
if I'm
some
not,
updates on the family we drag into this.
yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Alex, my sister, she would not mess with Ouija boards. She didn't mess with Ouija boards either. She was like, I was thugging it in life, but I was too scared of the
Oh
Ouija
yeah,
boards.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause my
yeah.
sister was crazy.
She said she was bad as hell, but she was scared. Is that what she said?
Yeah, she's bad as hell, but she was still afraid of the Ouija board.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So
Yeah,
she
this chicken, whenever we were in high school, she'd get on into fights like daily.
yeah. Well, apparently that's what you do in high school. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to Lake Worth. You know.
I mean, we already heard my opinion on Lake Worth. So anyway, that's the updates on our siblings that we thought may have been involved in some naughty. So,
Yes, and also some updates is we are officially now on iHeartRadio and Pandora.
woohoo! I listen to Pandora, so I'm super excited to be on Pandora. I prefer Pandora. I don't mind Spotify now that we've gotten them since we had to get the RAV.
Oh yeah,
Because in our previous car before it got totaled, even if I was listening to Pandora,
Mhm.
if I opened Spotify one time, that's all that would open and play, and that would piss me off. So I got tired of it. Now I have way more control. So, but I prefer Pandora.
okay.
So
All right,
I'm really excited. We're still trying to get on. Is it iTunes?
iTunes and Amazon. It's I'm fighting with Amazon Music right now, but that's a whole different saga.
So, but yeah, and then let us know if there's any other podcast things that we should be on that we can spread this disease that Adrian's trying to get me to believe in.
Oh, please don't say I'm spreading diseases over
You're
here.
spreading this disease of misbelief.
Yeah, right.
I'd also like to point out that his sister informed me that me popping my knuckles she didn't even notice it until you brought it up.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, I'm coming out the winner on this.
You're coming out. Okay, I don't agree, but
okay. So
regardless.
this first story, it's a small one or a medium one.
Let's go medium. The first two are mediums.
Okay. Did you find ones that had conclusions, or are you going to be rude again? And
there may be a conclusion in here or two.
Oh my gosh.
You will have to find out.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh, bring it on.
Okay. Not Your Imaginary Friend by Grim in Darkness.
Oh, thank you.
It was finally that time to go home. Cam had dreaded this day, and honestly, she didn't want to go back there. Her family home was full of good and bad memories. She would end up selling the house once everything was taken care of, along with any loose ends. Getting the keys from a family lawyer, Cam made her way over. She began unpacking a few boxes with her name on them. Cam figured that they would have been tossed out or donated. Going through these boxes, she came across some with the name Marlowe scribbled on the front. Who was this? Opening the box, she saw a few knickknacks and some drawings. It wasn't a family member that she knew. As Cam turned the drawings over, she saw her own handwriting as a child. Marlowe and me. Today, I met Marlowe. He says he's my imaginary friend. Oh, she forgot about that. Cam had forgotten that she had an imaginary friend. Just like all kids, she grew up and no longer needed an imaginary friend. It honestly surprised her that her parents kept all this stuff. Why put Marlowe's name on it, though? Could it be because they believed she would remember? Or was it to help her remember the reason she forgot in the first place? Furrowing her brow, Cam placed the paper back into the box and shut it. She decided to use this time to get the inflatable bed set up and get some dinner. This would be her first night back in her childhood home since she moved away for college. When she came back from getting Chinese takeout, fumbling with the keys to get inside, Cam was surprised to see a few boxes spilled out onto the floor.
No, thank you.
She didn't remember knocking anything over before she left. Setting her food down onto the kitchen table, Cam knelt and raked the items into the now half-empty boxes. She sat them upright where they were, not bothering to place them back where they were originally. Cam washed her hands and sat down to eat dinner before it got cold. Soft whispers echoed throughout the entrance of the house and towards the living room. Going through the dining room table, it continued along with heavy footsteps following close behind it. Cam opened her eyes, straining her ears to listen to the voice whispering just outside her bedroom. Pulling the covers up over her head, she pretended that she was still asleep. Cam had to be dreaming, or just hearing things, like auditory hallucinations. In the morning, when Cam stumbled out of bed and made her way to the bathroom, she was met with a trail of toys leading from her bedroom door to the living room. The will to pee winning over the curiosity to follow the trail, Cam went to the bathroom first. Once she walked out, she began picking up each toy and empty box, placing them all inside. Looking at the wall space above the fireplace, Cam saw each drawing taped to it as if in chronological order. Shuddering, she took them all down, placing them back into a box labeled Marlowe. Cam was starting to think that her family home could be haunted. Not that voices or things moving by themselves were a sign or anything. Should she look into getting in the house cleansed or blessed? If that wouldn't anger the already agitated entity that was clearly wanting Cam's attention. With her curiosity satiated, she finally went to the bathroom. Cam did her business and washed her hands, and as she did, the mirror seemed to fog up. Raising her head, Cam furrowed her brow and watched as the words, "Are we still friends?"
No.
appeared on its surface. She was about to call it out by its name, but Cam clamped her mouth shut. If she called it by its name, it would empower it. Cam smeared the words with the palm of her hand, turned out the light, and went back to the bedroom to try to sleep. Tonight would only be the first of many where she couldn't sleep. It got to the point that Cam began to become paranoid of her surroundings. Even when she talked to her therapist, they told her that she was just imagining things due to childhood trauma. Cam knew. She could sense that this was not trauma response to anything she was experiencing. There was a possibility that there could be something at the library or city hall about this house. This spirit that called itself Marlowe had to have some type of connection to it, or attached itself to children. Cam had been a lonely child, so it was very possible that's why it found her and latched on. The thought, though, when she left, this Marlowe may have tried to attach itself to her parents instead. The following morning, she was able to gather all the information available to her. Cam's family home had been built in the 1930s. It had a handful of owners before her parents bought the place. It had been rumored at one point have been a haven for cultists. Why someone had thought it would be a good idea to call this house a haven to anyone was beyond her. This cult would do a lot of strange rituals, and people were rumored to have gone missing. So Marlowe must be one of those missing people. A ghost trapped here, pretending to be her imaginary friend. Cam had to build up the courage to confront them and get them out of this house. Stepping into the middle of the living room, the fireplace lit, the candles lining the mantel, she closed her eyes, letting her hands fall to her side. Cam let out a slow, even breath. Cam's heartbeat was the loudest sound in her ears until she spoke the name aloud. Marlowe.
No.
The candles flickered on the verge of flickering out. Cam slowly opened her eyes, and a man stood before her. His clothes were stained in red, form flickering. It was as if he was fighting to stay in the living room. Cam's eyes met his, and Marlowe's face contorted into a snarl. "Why have you summoned me here?" he growled out, beginning to pace. She furrowed her brows, watching his every move. "You've been haunting me, and you're asking why I called out to you?" Marlowe shook his head, and then looked around as if on edge. "I haven't been the one toying with you. It was them."
Oh, no.
He rasped, flickering out. What had he been protecting Cam from? Was something else here besides him? The candles themselves went out one by one.
Nope.
A childish giggle echoed in the entryway. The floorboards creaked one by one, heading straight towards Cam in the living room, who backed away. Cam's ankles bumped into something behind her. There wasn't any furniture in the living room, so what is it? Or who is it behind her? She turned her head to look up at what was behind her. Towering over Cam was an entity, their face a patchwork mess that consisted of different pieces of other women's faces.
No.
The entity raised their hands, placing it on Cam's face. A too wide smile spread across the entity's misshapen lips. Cam wouldn't be making it out of this house alive. The end.
That's what you get. Talking to things you shouldn't. That's what you get. Just saying. There's some finality there, though. I mean,
You asked for an ending.
I did, and I didn't. And I suppose I didn't care if it was a happy ending or a sad ending.
Mm-hmm.
I just needed an ending.
And you got one.
Yeah, and maybe next time, Cam will leave.
Maybe next time Cam will leave.
Listen, you don't go horsing around. You get in there, you get your shit, and you get out. And clearly, Marlo sucked at his job.
He protected her.
Really? Did she die? He did a crappy job.
She died after she called him out and pissed him off.
If he was that easy to piss off, he really wasn't much of a friend, then was he?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
She grew up and they stopped being friends, apparently. Well, she moved away to college. But she didn't die on the first night there.
Well, after the first thing starts acting crazy, you leave. You don't stay extra nights. And then why would Marlo give a flying flip if they were still friends if he's going to be super pissed off that quick?
Do you have to have a reason?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either.
That's true.
Do you know what?
And that is something to take home. You gotta think about it. We don't know.
Did you ever have an imaginary friend?
I did not.
I didn't either.
It's weird, right?
Well, you had a crap ton of cousins.
I did. But whenever I lived with Mom, I didn't have... I just had Alex.
She probably would have scared your imaginary friend away.
Yeah, or beat me up for having one. She would have beat me up and be like, nerd.
That's probably actually more like what would have happened. Yeah. And I have sisters that are so close in age that we weren't ever by ourselves, so.
Yeah. No, me, I had Alex. That was about it. It was just me, Mom, and Alex for a while. I don't know. 3 years age gap. It's not big, but it's still something. Especially whenever, get in the teenage years.
No, then you hide girls in your closet.
I was not going to bring that up.
I did. I did. Because if they're talking, then you're like, oh, that's just my imaginary friend talking, guys. And everybody can hear them. Yeah.
That was crazy, right? Yeah.
Who would have thought that could happen?
Don't search my closet.
Yeah. You lost that one, didn't you?
I did.
Can't be sneaky.
I tried. Failed horribly.
All right, so we had some finality there. Not a good ending. Like, well, no. I said not a
pleasant.
Yeah, not a pleasant ending. Not the ending you would hope for somebody. But still, there was a finality to it, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So this other one, am I going to get a proper ending?
You are.
Like
did you want to debate anything? I don't know if we're still doing that.
I mean, I will say it's going to be difficult for you to convince me with stories of things that people write.
That is true.
That aren't based off of their own experience.
Okay.
So, because this is just somebody's imagination.
Okay. We'll get back into the back and forth debate.
Yeah.
Whenever I have time to really research, because there's a few stories that I'm researching, and it is hard to find a good story about some of the things I'm researching.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, it's just gonna be like a timeline of what happened here.
That's fine.
That's acceptable.
Yeah. I mean, I personally like that, but I'm also a history junkie, so.
That's true. You do like your dates.
I do. Literally today, I've been reading history with the oldest one for school, and then decided we're going to watch The Patriot because I didn't get enough American history this morning. Let's go.
Yeah, I came home and she was watching The Patriot.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
It's awesome. So, I mean, if you throw in some detail...
And the ghost yelled out, "America!" No?
No.
Okay.
He did run screaming. Mel Gibson did run screaming in Braveheart. Freedom! Which is epic.
That is.
But
that was
anyway.
a great movie, Braveheart.
So, we're going with some sort of...
There was a ghost.
So, is that what that entity was, though, was a ghost?
Some form of ghost. Some
Okay.
haunting.
Okay.
I mean, it was a malevolent spirit attached to cultish vibes. Like a cultish den.
Okay.
Devil
worship.
It could, what is it? Tolkien? It's a belief of praying around something or worshiping something until it becomes real.
That's like from one of the episodes of Supernatural, right?
That was, yes.
It's not. I don't think it's called a Tolkien. Isn't that the dude who wrote The Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, different spelling.
Okay.
We'll go. You want to battle this?
No, I Google it. We'll go to the Google.
It's the episode where they were in Texas.
Richardson, which looked nothing like what Richardson,
No,
Texas
it does
actually
not
looked
look like what Richardson, Texas. Maybe in the like 60s.
Okay. Anyway, you have another story for me while we're looking this up.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. This next story is called "Where the Footsteps Start."
Nope.
By Snap Lapper. When we moved into the new house on the farm, everything smelled of fresh paint and plaster. My mom let me paint my room purple, and even painting little hearts on the walls, trying to make the basement feel less like a basement. But no matter what she did, the air down there always felt wrong. Cold and crisp, like winter air seeping through stone. Jacob's room was just across the hall from mine, painted green with his bunk bed pressed up against the wall. He was little then, but even at that age, I could tell he was afraid of something. He used to come running up the stairs at night, swearing there was a boy who crept into his bed, drenched and ice cold. At first, we thought it was the kind of thing kids make up, but the look on his face when he spoke of it, his gaze blank with terror and eyes darting to the corners, made me believe him. The boy whispers, Jacob told me once, voice shaking. Sometimes he breathes on my neck. Sometimes I wake up and he's already lying next to me. He never described him with such detail, just pale, skinny with eyes too dark for his face. I always imagined him as a small boy, skin drenched, stretched too thin over his sharp bones, like he'd been pulled from the lake and never dried. His face expressionless, a black canvas of something that wasn't quite human anymore. I never saw him, but I heard him.
Nope.
The dream started not long after. Every night, the same thing. I'd wake up and sit up in bed. From my doorway, I couldn't see down the hallway, just the wall leading up to the corner. Then I'd hear it. The sound of a bead or a pearl hitting the floor somewhere down the hall. It would roll towards me, echoing in the silence. Then came the footsteps. Small, wet, barefoot steps, padding closer and closer, picking up speed, faster, louder, coming straight for my door. Every time I would wake up frozen, my chest pinned as if something small and heavy sat on top of me. I never dared open my eyes, too afraid I'd see him there, his blank face inches away from mine. I would squeeze my eyes shut and try to scream, but all that would ever come out was a breathless squeak. Jacob wasn't as lucky. He saw him. He felt him. He woke up with scratches on his back and said the boy whispered things he couldn't understand. Sometimes when he woke, he swore he could feel cold fingers tangled in his hair. The boy always came from the same end of the hallway, where Jacob's room faced the darkness, and where the sound of those footsteps always began. My brother said the boy had drowned in the lake at the bottom of our hill. I never doubted it. The farm was too old, the land too heavy with history, for it not to be true. Even our mom felt him. She never said much at the time, but years later, she had admitted that when she'd gone to bed alone one night, she felt a small cold hand brush against her foot beneath the covers. After that, whenever Dad was away, I'd sleep in her bed. I always thought of these nights as fun girls' nights, watching TV until late. Now, I know it was because she was too afraid to sleep alone. We don't live there anymore, but I still dream of the hallway sometimes. The narrow walls, the corner I could never quite see past. In those dreams, the silence always breaks the same way. A bead striking the floor, rolling slowly towards my door. Even now, years later, the sound still knots my stomach. My whole body remembers what my mind tries to forget. The weight pressing down on my chest, the way my throat locked tight, the awful silence of trying to scream, but only forcing out a breathless gasp. It's as if the terror carved itself into me, so that whenever I hear something roll across the floor, my body seizes, bracing for footsteps that never come. Because I know, if I open my eyes, I'll see him. The pale boy with dark eyes, dripping cold water onto the floor, and he'll be waiting for me to notice him. The end.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
At least they weren't like Cam, just hanging out in the house that something could try to kill them.
Yeah, that's true. A little good job. Safety in numbers.
As of right now, Cam's an idiot.
That's true, but Cam also didn't have anybody to help her.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
You could have movers move that shit out.
Ooh, what if that ghost was tied to something there, and the movers accidentally picked it up and took it? And then now her new apartment or house or wherever she lived.
Did you need anything in there? Nope. Light it up.
Oh yeah, she did say that some of the stuff was going to be thrown out or donated. Ooh,
but she didn't have to sleep there.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the drive was like?
I don't care.
She could have been. She could have gone to school in a completely different state.
I don't care. I don't care.
Just no sympathy for Cam.
Nope. Should have got out.
Should have. You know what? But Cam, I will say, Cam did a smart thing by trying to research what was happening.
How'd that work out for her?
Yeah, she did.
These people were like, "Nah, we gone. We're done. We're out. Not even researching.
Well, you don't know how long. You don't know how long they were there.
They're alive.
They are alive.
So clearly not that long.
And props to the mother.
Yeah.
For
except for the whole, let me bring my daughter into my room with me because I'm scared of this creepy little boy touching me when I'm sleeping. So let's use her as the decoy.
I think it was.
So I can get away.
I mean, yes, it kind of seems that way, but it also it's keeping your children safe. But what about the boy though? The
little brother?
Yeah, the brother. Because
that poor kid.
She said it was like a fun girls' night of watching TV. So was the brother just like banished to his room?
Well, I wonder if the brother ever told? Because she said she didn't find out till later that her mom felt that way.
Yeah.
So I wonder if the brother never told the mom any of this.
No, it says that the brother talked to them about it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, then she sucks as a mom. She's just as bad as those moms at the park.
Oh,
Let Heather go.
Oh, poor girl.
That's just rude as I'll get out.
It made me so sad.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
I would like to make everybody jealous, though, real quick. I am making ribs right now,
and
I can smell them.
Oh, yeah, you
while
can.
we're in the office.
Just a nice little waft. All the way to the other side of the house. Gotta love it.
It smells so good.
Gotta love it.
So, hopefully you're jealous. They've been slow cooking for like 3.5 hours. So I'm so excited. Anyway.
Super excited.
So those were our 2 medium ones.
Yes. The next one is...
You're about to throw a longie at me.
A very longie.
A very longie?
Yes.
Okay.
This one is quite lengthy, but I feel like we will get through it all the same.
Is this a true story, or is this one from Reddit as well?
You're going to find out.
Oh, dear.
No, this one is from Reddit, but it seems more... I don't know. The last one seemed very plausible, like very first-hand accounting.
And some of these people may be their true.
And they dress it up as oh well,
yeah.
Here's my horror story, but not like here's my horror story, you know?
Yeah. So maybe
my story of horror.
Or they're telling it for like a friend or something that doesn't want to do it themselves.
Yeah, a little ghostwriting. Ha!
The jokes. The jokes, everybody.
Dad joke coming in hot.
Dad jokes. You are dressed like a dad right now.
I am. I'm wearing light jeans and
white socks.
White socks. There you go.
Get you some New Balance tennis shoes.
Yeah, I got some.
You do?
I do. I got the white New Balance tennis shoes. I'm ready to cut that grass as soon as I fix the mower.
That would be great because it's about to look like a jungle.
Okay, you ready for the third and final spook?
Bring it on. Let's go.
Okay. This story is called Has Anyone Heard About the Mimic?
No.
It's by Reddit user A Ray of Dawn.
Okay.
Okay. Strap in. 2 months ago, around 3 in the morning, someone knocked on our townhouse door, thudding a strange yet deliberate pattern. 4 rapid pounds, 2 slow pounds. Pause. Repeat. Again. Again. The noise awakened my roommate and I as we emerged with our lightless rooms at the same time and hurried downstairs. Naturally, I had my phone in hand to call the cops as Lynn, my roommate, approached the front door and peered through the peephole. She held up a finger and whispered for me to wait. It's just M, who lives next door. Our neighbor M occasionally hung out with our friend group, and I might have had a class or two with her, but we weren't late-night emergency buddies. Nevertheless, Lynn opened the door, and M stumbled nearly inside, breathing heavily, and hunched forward in an odd half-crouch as she placed her arm against the doorframe. The details of our conversation may seem unimportant, but there's a reason I'm attempting to recount everything as precisely as I can remember it. Can I come in? M asked. They're outside. Of course, Lynn replied quietly. Are you okay? When M didn't answer, Lynn grabbed her arm and pulled her inside. I shut the door, locked it, and followed them into the living room, flipping on every light I could find as Lynn sat M on our couch and flopped down beside her. There, I saw something red staining M's chest. Her finger created a scarlet line as she dragged them across her tattered shirt, muttering something like, Can I come in? They're outside. Please let me in. It's outside. Obviously, I called 911. Then the two of us attempted to extract answers from M as to what had left her in such a state, but she remained incoherent, babbling about how they were inside, and I can't get it out. But thank you so much for letting me in, Lynn. At the time, I wondered if this was a one-night stand gone wrong, though I was certain she had a boyfriend. I recall opening the living room curtains and looking outside. No one stood there in the pale streets of our quiet neighborhood. Then I turned to see M's eyes closed, stretched across our couch as if sleeping, as Lynn told her everything would be okay. An ambulance will be here soon. We found that couch by a dumpster right before moving in, deep cleaned it, and set it inside our living room with pride. Sofas were expensive, and we had already been stretched thin renting a townhouse within walking distance of our campus, instead of staying in the dorms. Despite the fact it was coming undone, the couch was comfortable, and it was ours. Now, it was stained with blood, and we would need another cleaning. These details seem unimportant, boring even, but I feel an urge to be as specific as possible about what I still remember. The ambulance arrived, and Lynn accompanied M to the hospital while I stayed home and cleaned our couch. When Lynn returned just as the sun rose, she informed me that M had woken up mid-ride with no recollection of coming to our house, nor trying to claw out her own heart with a butter knife in front of her boyfriend, who had been frantically driving all over town in search of her. The police took Lynn's statement, later take mine though. By then, M had already confessed to stabbing herself. A panic attack, or something stupid, Lynn had called it. I know this sounds callous or dumb, but I dismissed the whole thing as an exceptionally bad acid trip or lie. Either M's boyfriend hurt her, or she'd gotten blazed past the point of stupidity and harmed herself. Plus, her apology 2 days later, accompanied with a bag of chocolates covered in salted caramels, and an insurance her boyfriend had never so much as killed a spider, made me forget the entire affair. Lynn fell violently ill a few weeks later, skipping 3 days of class after vomiting all over our kitchen floor, thrice. On the 3rd day of her recovery, I came home to find she had rearranged our townhouse. It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home with a small living room, and even smaller kitchen. But she had moved the couch in front of the oven, somehow dragged the entire bed and frame downstairs into the living room, and was eating apple pie on it with the tips of her fingers.
What?
In the 3 years I lived with Lynn, she raged against pie with fruit because she hated its mushy texture. However, her new taste buds were the least bizarre of her actions over the coming nights. Constantly pacing around the living room or kitchen, she would look me right in my eyes and repeat my name. Again and again and again. Not just mine, but her parents, and brothers' names too. These oddities were woven between normal behavior like going to class or cooking us dinner. So I brushed them off as a product of habitual drug use. School and work rendered me too exhausted to ask her if everything was okay, or had it. Looking back, I wonder if even then something had gotten to me. Why hadn't I contacted her parents, boyfriend, or anybody? Why didn't I confront Lynn directly? Had I truly been too tired? Or had something already gripped me? Eventually, I suspected whatever befell Lynn was related to M's crash out. So I paid her a visit, intent on discovering what drugs she had used and why she introduced Lynn to them. However, M insisted that she'd never even touched weed in her entire life. Are you lying? Because Lynn is really unwell, I asked, standing on her front stoop. She got sick right after you came to our house. M scolded, I don't take drugs. My breakdown caused me to hallucinate or something. My mental breakdown, that is. It caused me to hallucinate or something and act rashly, very rashly. It was just a panic attack. If Lynn is having a mental breakdown too, she should go to the hospital or wait for it to pass. But don't call an ambulance because I'm never paying off that bill. The ambulance bill, that is. It's too expensive. An odd conversation, right?
Yeah.
However, M ended up being correct. The next morning, Lynn transformed into her usual bubbly self, returning our abode to its former state and ordering a sorry about that pizza. Granted, there were two notable differences in Lynn's behavior throughout the following days. Foods formerly loathed, she consumed animalistically, eating things like steak or meatloaf with her bare hands, despite being a vegetarian. Daily, she moved things around her room, as if piecing together a puzzle only she saw. Her behavior was annoying, but not worth starting a fight over. And homework and waitressing left me burnt out. A recent breakup from my cheating boyfriend of 4 years left me lonely and depressed, and my mother was divorcing my father after years of a violent, abusive marriage. I had a few friends beyond Lynn, and even so, her own partner caused us to naturally drift apart this year, leaving me in a perpetual state of on you. Simply put, I lacked the desire to confront her directly, and I couldn't pay rent solo anyways, so kicking her out was not an option. Anyway, Lynn spent the following days apologizing for being weird instead of generating income. So I spoke with the landlord about what to do if she failed to make rent. She told me to figure it out, and I returned home dejected. I could barely afford my half of rent, let alone foot the bill for both of us. Details that seem mundane, but I cherish once holding a normal conversation about something as trivial as unpaid rent. The date isn't important, but it was September 1st when I returned home from work to find Lynn sitting on her couch with an envelope clutched between her fingers as she called my name. She handed it to me as I sat beside her. This month's rent. I'm sorry I've been so weird lately, she said. I don't know what's gotten into me, but I know it's giving Wednesday Addams. Whatever's gotten into me, that is. I'm just so strange. That's an understatement. I gave her a once-over because she somehow appeared different. Her bright hazel eyes had dulled, and she wore an unreadably blank expression. But I accepted the apology, because what else was I to do? I'm boring you, I know, but I hope this is proof that at one point I remember feelings so vividly and conversations with such clarity I wrote them down. Already, my memory of the last several months faded. However, I remember the night someone knocked on my bedroom door. 2 slow thumps. Pause. Repeat. Again. Again. Now my bedroom is never locked. And it was 3 in the damn morning. Thinking an intruder stood on the other side, I picked up my phone and a shoe stupidly approached the door. Hello? I said. Who's there? Hey, Lynn said. I jerked open the door and dropped the shoe, feeling ridiculous. What's wrong? Can I come in?
No.
I want to talk to you about something.
No.
Only if now was a good time for me to come in, then we can talk.
No.
I scoffed. Are you aware of the time? Like, can't this wait until tomorrow when we're both actually awake? It really can't.
Mm-mm.
It can't wait until tomorrow. Waiting until tomorrow was not an option. Lynn leaned a shoulder against the doorframe. Can I come in?
No.
Even then, I recall thinking it odd. Can I come in? Like, Biddy, you live here. Lynn and I were not above barging into each other's rooms at any time of day. But I let her in and asked her what was wrong.
No.
I want to apologize again for acting so strangely. I don't know what's gotten into me. Lynn stretched across my bed and sighed. I know I've been acting so strange, and I want to say I'm sorry for that. I shrugged. It's fine. I know, but it's like something's inside of me. I can't get it out. What?
Mm-mm.
What? What? Lynn looked at me, brows furrowed. I mean, what did you just say? Something's inside of you? Lynn tilted her head slightly as she stared up at the ceiling. You must be hearing things, love. Well, I accept your apology, but only halfway because I'm pissed you woke me up for this. This seriously could have waited until tomorrow. Lynn gave me a Cheshire cat-like smile that sent a shiver up my spine. Then she left. When I woke the next morning, something pressed against my chest, almost like a weighted vest, and I had a strong urge to consume white chocolate. I hate white chocolate. Nevertheless, this craving intensified throughout the day until I found myself at a grocery store after class. I couldn't remember what I had been doing before discovering a bag of white chocolate kisses clutched between my hands as I stood in the self-checkout line. Nor did I recall driving to the store. Since then, I've done all sorts of things. Things most would consider positive. Those around me say I've changed, but it's not me anymore. It's the mimic. Something happened the night I let Lynn inside my room. Something that first saw us when we let M into our house, and it's growing, blossoming, blooming like a flower within me, whispering things, urging me to do things. This mimic, it seeks to go unnoticed. This mimic, it's grown craftier with each host. It didn't claw my heart out, nor rearrange the furniture. However, I find myself repeating myself, especially when I talk about it. The words come out garbled and incoherent, and I say the same thing again and again and again and again and again and again. Even writing a note to pass along, somehow it disappears. Or maybe I never write anything at all. Perhaps all of this exists only inside my head, never to be read by anyone. This submission is kind of my last attempt at finding an answer. While there's plenty of information online about mimicry and doppelgangers, none of these describe what I'm experiencing. I need to know if anyone else has managed to fight this thing. This mimic is duplicating me. Or maybe it's becoming me. I don't really understand what it is, or what its goal is. But I know what it is because it told me.
What?
How long do I have left before I forget everything? For Lynn and M, it wasn't long at all. I could see it. I could see it in the way they greet me now. My friends are no longer there. I see it in the way Lynn stares at me with eyes that aren't hers. The way M watches me as I leave my house every morning. I see it everywhere. My boss, my American literature professor, M's boyfriend, the barista at my coffee shop. It's in the eyes, and I can't explain it. But have you seen it? The way it studies you, waiting, watching, copying, copying, copying me until I'm no longer there at all. So, has anyone heard about the mimic? The end.
Absolutely not. That was very creepy.
That was very creepy, right?
Legit though, if you watch anything with vampires, you should have freaking known. If anything asks, "Can I come in?" the answer is no.
No.
You do not say yes, you can. You do not indicate in any way, shape, or form that they can come in. They can just march their happy little butts across the threshold without an invitation, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
And if they can't, then you stay in that room because now you're safe.
Yeah, that one. Ooh.
That's creepy.
Yeah, that kind of stuck with me.
Very creepy. Do we have a name for that character? Person?
No, there's no name.
Okay.
No.
Well, it's very interesting that she kept her wits about her.
Yeah, but like as the story progresses, she's repeating things.
Well, yeah, and she feels like she's
over
losing her mind.
And she's losing her mind.
You feel like you're with her as she's losing her mind.
Yeah, I loved the way it was written.
That's terrible.
That was beautiful. I enjoyed it so much.
Legit though, as soon as I heard M saying, "Can I come in? Can I come in? Can I come in? Can I come in?" No, bitch, you can't.
Yeah,
get out.
It's outside. Oh my goodness.
It's outside. It can stay outside.
Along with you. Go.
Shoot, we'll call the police. You stay on the front porch.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Because it's not asking if it can come into the room. It's asking if it can come into you.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
That's the takeaway from it.
Yeah. No. The answer is no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Creeped out.
It kind of. There was some. It was like a TV show or a movie. Oh, it was a movie. For some reason, it was giving me the vibes of those creatures from The Quiet Place.
Mm.
I don't know why, but as you're talking about it and the way that she's describing the way she looks at them, it was just, for some reason, it was giving off those vibes of it.
Now, me, I'm a big fan of horror stories.
You are.
And I'm a big fan of scary movies.
You're 100%.
And sci-fi, too.
I love sci-fi.
One thing it was kind of giving me vibes of was a movie called The Faculty.
Never heard of it.
It's about this. They find this little creature, and it starts taking over people, and it's
okay.
Yeah, it starts killing. It's really creepy. I'm gonna have to rewatch that movie, but it was giving me kind of Faculty vibes, where it was them, but they're taken over by this creature that loves water. I remember it loving water, and it's.
I wonder if that's anything like The Host.
I haven't thought about that movie in a long time.
I've never seen it.
Are you gonna bring up that movie?
Because I read some of the book.
Okay. I got you.
I read most of the book.
When did that movie come out?
After 2008, because it was written by Stephanie Meyer.
Huh.
I don't know. But I do know that creature from the Supernatural episode was called a tulpa.
Tulpa.
So you were wrong.
Tulpa.
So I would like for you to admit in front of everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody, I deeply apologize. I did not mean to misguide you.
Lie. Tolkien. The Host. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say it was like 2012, maybe.
2013.
That was initially my first guess, actually.
Yeah. But... Unseen enemy threatens mankind by taking over their bodies and erasing their memories. Ooh, yeah, that's right.
See?
Oh my goodness. Good for you.
Yeah.
You referencing pop culture that was...
Woohoo! In this century.
That's impressive. That is very impressive for you.
Yeah. It for sure is. Like, he's not even joking.
Yeah, because her movie references are John Wayne. And Did I mention John Wayne?
The original Star Wars. I watched the Star Wars. Well, that one was in '99, and then '01, and then
Mhm.
'05.
Okay.
We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
count this new shit that came out. Sorry.
Yeah, not a fan of the newer Star Wars.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I enjoyed it as a movie. Just, hey, lightsaber, shiny,
No,
blasters,
no.
all that.
Couldn't
Ooh,
do it.
fighting in space. I enjoyed that. But story-wise, a little rough for me.
Nope. No, but most of my stuff is pretty old,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
which is fine.
that's fine.
My music's
Now,
old.
I did make us watch a movie the past 2 days. It's a long movie,
Yes,
so I
it
split
is.
it up into two movies. You care to?
You watched part of it without me last night while I was baking a carrot cake.
I watched about 10
Rude.
minutes of this movie without her. I
Rude.
apologize.
So I was extremely confused.
You want to talk about what movie it was?
He made. Well, I'd already seen it before, but he made me watch Inglorious Bastards.
Inglorious Bastards. I love that movie. Such a great movie. I'm all about the suspense.
Yeah.
I've learned that.
I love suspense in a movie.
Yeah, it's very suspenseful.
And I like the thrill of a
Mhm.
movie.
Yeah.
I don't like the blood and gore of a horror movie.
Yeah. I can see that.
Not a fan of that.
There's times where it's too much. I remember watching like the Saw franchise
I've
whenever I was a
never seen
teenager, and then going on to my mid-20s, and then I tried to rewatch one of the movies not too long ago, and I was like, it's a lot.
Yeah, I can't do that. Oops, sorry.
But
I can't. I won't. Nope, I'm not doing it. I have no desire to do that. But I do find it fascinating that people's brains could be potentially so twisted that they would come up with some of the stuff that they come up with.
right?
And
I love it.
for this story that you just finished,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I read a lot. We know this. I read a lot.
Yeah.
But it's interesting when you read the fantasy books or the fiction books that you read, you know that that's made up. You read that and you're like, no, this is not possible. There's no way. Like we just finished reading not too long ago the Imperium series. Fourth Wing.
Yeah. Fourth Wing.
You know good and well that's not going to happen. Iron Fist and Onyx Storm.
There you go.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You know good and well that nobody is crossing across, going across a parapet to get on a dragon. Like that's not real.
Okay.
It's not real, Adrian.
Sure.
But when you read a story like that, where it's set in the real world,
Mm-hmm.
it's different when you read it.
Yes, it is.
And
you know why?
It's still not real, but it's different because it doesn't give off the fiction vibe. So when you're reading these fiction stories, and you're going, okay, this person made all of this up for sure. Yeah, some people, people die, things like that. But then when you have a story like this, oh well, her significant other is, we've separated. Like we've kind of drifted apart because of that. My parents are getting a divorce, and my boyfriend cheated on me. Those are all real life things that each individual person can relate to.
Yeah.
So I think it throws a curveball when you're reading something.
Yeah, just that little footnote.
Yeah, like they're trying to make it more real.
They're trying to make it personal to you.
Yeah. And so I like stories when they are able to do that because it makes it more like it's on a realist level without being real.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand.
If that made any sense at all.
Yes, I followed that train.
Yes. It was a long train. My bad.
Yeah, I followed that train. I enjoyed it. I think that stories like this, they hit harder because it's set in the real world.
Yeah.
It's set, they give you a little bit of character depth, like that, as you said, it's something that people experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my parents got divorced. Oh, my boyfriend broke up with me. After 4 years, he cheated on me. And you're just thinking, oh, that rat bastard. And then
cheating's not good, guys.
And then you just think about yeah, sure, I didn't say it, but in my head, I was like, oh, that rat bastard. And then made me kind of...
I had other words, but yeah, rat bastard
but it it kind of it drew you into this character a little bit
Yeah, it made you
more.
feel for her.
Yeah, and then come to find out, well, she's being taken over by this mimic.
Oh man, I saw that coming though. Like I didn't know what it was, but
Mhm.
you know that see again, as soon as she came in and was like, "Can I come in? Can I come in?" I'm like, "No," because whatever is in you,
Mhm.
whatever's wrong with you, you're gonna give to them.
Yeah.
We don't know what it's gonna do, but you're gonna do something that's gonna no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No. And then I was like, "No, please don't get into her. No, don't let her in. Don't let her in. Don't let her in."
Mhm.
And then what does she do? She lets her in. And I'm
Lets
like,
her in.
"You bozo butt.
So
Rude."
creepy.
The answer's no.
The answer's no.
The answer's no. Just no. Poor girl.
Yeah, and it's thinking like that when I have these people that try to sell stuff like in the house, like the solar panel people that go around whenever they knock on the door. Hey, can I come in? And I step outside.
Yeah, no, you're not
Yeah,
coming in.
no, you're not coming in.
Absolutely. I don't care if it's a daylight. You could still be a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
Daywalker.
Hey, they could have a ring like in the Vampire Diaries.
No, it's just thinking Blade.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that movie. I haven't seen those movies in so long.
Oh, it's a great franchise.
I surprised the ever living daylights out of Adrian though when he found out I had actually watched Blade.
Mm-hmm. I was very surprised.
I've watched Daredevil too.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a long time, but I've also seen Elektra.
Really?
It's been a very long time on that one though.
Did you ever watch Catwoman? Halle Berry?
No.
No?
No. I don't like Halle Berry at this point because everybody's like, she's the hottest thing since sliced bread. No.
Okay.
She's beautiful. But everybody was like, oh, we worship at her feet. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't
That's
hate
fair.
her. I don't think she's all that in a piece of cake.
Bag of chips, but okay.
Piece of cake.
Bag of chips.
If you don't stop it, I'm going to eat your chips.
Please don't.
Anyway.
No. Okay.
I like that there was some finality to all of them except that last one.
Yeah, that
We
last
don't
one.
know. But it was a little creepy though that she was like, well, I can see it in other people, not just those three. Like she could see it in the boyfriend and in the professor and the boss, and that was a little creepy. Like how many people? And is she losing chunks of time? Is she saying, "Hey, can I come in?" and letting other people get infected because of her?
Oh, yeah.
Because she didn't even remember getting to the grocery store. And also, how do you hate white chocolate? Come on now. Let's be real. Dark chocolate is understandable. Don't tell Jonah. But like, is she infecting other people unknowingly? Did her roommate know that the roommate was infecting people?
Oh, yeah. She infected her.
Yeah, like it's a curious thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does the host know what it's doing, or are you infecting people without your knowledge?
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that movie. I believe it's called Them. Or they're here. Ah, man. Movie about a dude. He found some sunglasses, and whenever he puts them on, he sees that, oh snap! There's an alien invasion happening, and these sunglasses. Ooh, dog's here. And these sunglasses let me see these aliens, and then he just starts like killing the aliens. It's just it's so great.
I've never heard of that.
Never heard of that? You probably heard of the quote though. It's one it's very famous for. He walks into a bank with a shotgun. It's like, I am here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
I've never heard that in my life.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I've never heard that. I've heard variations of that, but I've never heard that ever in my life.
But whatever that was said, I remember watching that as a kid, and like I was like 9, 10 years old. And I saw that, and I was like, that is so badass.
Okay.
I loved it. That was great.
No. That's... No.
Okay.
Well, you're going to have some more stories for me next week.
Yes, next week.
Are we going to do some hauntings, like some true hauntings?
I'm working on it.
Okay, because I want a good haunted house story, if I'm being honest. I want a good haunted house story.
Okay.
Like, if you had to get, like, a super long story and you only had to do one, make it a good haunted house story.
On it.
Yeah, I love those.
Working on stuff.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be great.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody, for joining us around the campfire today. Before we let you go, Kaylyn, I have a question I have to ask you.
Yes, Adrian, what can I do for you?
Do you believe?
No. Maybe next time.
All right. Well, until then, have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.